Hi. I knew there was a lot of talent and a lot of knowledge, and I was looking forward to seeing, just seeing a lot of knowledge from a lot of different areas, some of which I've studied and some of which I haven't, which is always a pleasure. I enjoy recognizing things that I have studied in companion arts, but the depth of knowledge here is quite deep. So, some things that I'd only scratched the surface on, I had the opportunity to, take almost everybody here has decades worth of experience.
Yeah.
So, my decades and their decades and our decades, makes it both fun and informative and entertaining.
Honestly, I was kind of intimidated because there are people with so many more years of experience than me, but I was fascinated to see how the arts kind of have common threads through them, which really eased my anxiety a lot. I'm like, oh, now I understand. Yeah, I see that in other things. So I lost some of the intimidation, but I've been really impressed.
Well, what we just did. I love to teach this, especially to a group of people who are knowledgeable, and that I can touch on things that you already know this.
Certain intricacies.
If you don't think of it as a whip, that I don't know anything about whips, but you think of this as this is a flexible sword. This is a supersonic flexible blade. So all of those things that you know about blades from your arts, and then the arts that other people are, also enjoying. We'll find eloquent voice in the whip. Just let me help you get there, because I will help you view this as a blade as opposed to just a slappy piece of leather that makes noise.
For sure.
Honestly, I kind of love everything Spanish. So to have a day that was dedicated to Spanish arts was wonderful to watch. Oh my gosh, it was delicious.
You mean as in pleasantly or unpleasantly or both?
Both? Yeah, if you
Neither.
Anything,
Yeah, really.
I mean, if you were surprised by anything, I'm
The only thing is he starts awfully early and goes awfully late, but other than that,
everyone,
I'm kind of going, this is 5 days worth of material and jammed into 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of going, we need either longer or... Oh, the lab.
Yeah, the historical significance of it.
And the fact that he is gathering together people who are passionate about their arts and who are willing to share something that they've been studying for years, that without this coming together, the audience would be smaller, and it's also possible. I mean, that's when I first heard about the immersion labs, that he was, trying to experience and taste and document certain arts that, when those masters pass, the art might die with them. So this is a way to help preserve some of that, I think.
Well, there currently is a trend towards people studying martial arts and not studying the historical significance of it, or understanding its roots.
Which is very interesting.
Everyone's like, I'm going to learn something on YouTube. You don't learn anything about the heart of the art. That's why art has art in it. And here it's people that are dedicated to maintaining that, but then also taking that out and trying to teach it to other people so it doesn't die, because man does not live by YouTube alone.
Yeah, very true.
Take that off YouTube. You look terrible. You don't look as good as you think you look.
That's true.
When I teach, one of the things that I like most about it is finding ways to impart things I know to someone else. It is, I work with people who are just beginning, and I want to help open doors for them. And I work with people who are very advanced and experienced, like this group. And it's nice when I can find something to reference something they know that they immediately recognize,
totally.
and so their eyes open and go, I hadn't thought of it that way. And I very often say to my students, I've been teaching this for 40 years. I've never taught it quite this way because you're teaching me how to teach you. So tonight, they were, because we'd done, Dexter and Maki Paul had done Bowie knife last night. And I was watching, and, they did a back cut, a reverse cut. And I said, are you doing this? He said, is it like, parrying one and then returning back to center? I said, yeah. I went, okay. So, I said to him earlier today, I said, remind me of a back cut with the whip before classes over, so I don't forget. So he said, okay, I was supposed to remind you. This is okay. Remember what you did with the knife? You can do this with this. This is how I go around your defense.
I see.
But I also went, as I was thinking about it, I went, this is like cutting, because two-edged swords have a true edge, which is what we think of that all swords have. And then some have a back. Sometimes it's like the clip point on the Bowie knife, or sometimes it's like they will, the false edge that will sharpen a saber, the bottom third on the top third on the back of the blade. But with, the side sword that Mr. Puck had, Meister Puck, he had this. I like to train with this because it's minimal. Anyway, the point of this was, I said, well, this figure, imagine that you are cutting with the back edge and then cutting with the true edge. So now when you do this diagonal, to cut with the back edge, you'd have to extend, which you must do with the whip to energize. If you just try to pick it up, it puddles and hits you. So I could directly take something and take the analogy of this being a flexible sword, another layer that I just hadn't thought of before. So they gave me another discovery tonight, which was nice.
Yeah, I love how you could connect these two things. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot to build on top of.
Yeah, and honestly, everybody here that's an instructor is very passionate about their art, and it's really obvious in how they present it. And I think that the biggest takeaway and the biggest thing that I've learned here is that if you love what you're doing, you will find a way to express it and teach it to others. And that is a gift that you give other people. And it's amazing to be around this many talented people able to do that.
Well, and as a teacher, I tell people, if I know how to do something and you want to learn it, I will find a way to communicate. Different people learn different ways. Very few people learn just directly. You usually have to. So I'm always looking for, what do you already know how to do? Let me use that as a key. Yes.
The Indian pizza every time.
The Indian
pizza. It
pizza.
is so good.
It's so good.
The pho was nice tonight. I'd never had pho before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was very flavorful. So that was fun. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. The food that's important.
It is important. You eat because you need fuel.
Especially with these kind of hours, if you don't, if you don't nourish yourself, and you get stupid. You run out of gas, and then it's like, and then it's wasting everybody's time. So the fact that we take breaks and we have some food, to recharge the engine, and then we can go longer.
Well, I'm happy that break was.
I also like that because it's this location, there's not this, oh my God, we must quit directly on time. Because there's a lot of people with a passion and an interest, if things run a little late, you're not being bum rushed out the door. And I think it's important to have that little bit of flexibility, because we all get wrapped up in learning, and to have that bit of a little additional time and know you don't have to just immediately get out the door.
Just 5 more minutes.
Yeah, exactly. We all want that.
Sometimes just rushed by a girl in a green coat who wants to interview.
No, but I like that. I like that it's the end of the day, but when people really want to go, if they can get another 10, 15 minutes in, it's really important.
Well, and also, if it's not too, I mean, there has to be, there has to be, a cohesion and some structure to it. And, you guys handle that quite well. But at the same time, if you're just right on the edge of, let me show you one more thing. That might just be the thing that makes the light bulb go off.